Welcome to Certain Media DIY secret number 3, home recording for beginners. In this module, we're going to talk about how to get a decent demo or demonstration grade recording out of your own home. So let's get started. Step 1. Be in a place with 4 walls and electricity. Now I know it sounds like I'm oversimplifying this, but sometimes you don't think about those things. If you're outside recording, it's probably not your best bet. You're gonna get a lot of ambient noise and things that you don't want in your recording. And of course, the electricity is how you're gonna get power for all your digital and instrument needs. And unless you wanna record in a barn like Creed, you're gonna wanna be inside and within 4 walls. Step 2, make sure you have the right equipment for recording. You're gonna need at least a smartphone, if not a simple recorder, to get your recording at home. You can see right here I'm using a Shure SM7B. You're going to want to have a computer with a digital audio workstation, whether that's Fruity Loops, GarageBand, Sonar, Logic, Pro Tools, whatever you use, Ableton. Get some software that helps you record your music. Ideally, you'll have some sort of digital or analog interface in between your microphone and your computer or your camera. We do suggest the Scarlett Focusrite series. Those are always great. 2i2 is what I'm using now. I use the 18i20 in the studio. Many different ways to apply those, but if you can, get some sort of interface that helps you link up your mic, your instrument, or whatever else you want to hook up to record into your computer. Now, if you want to get into MIDI controllers, there's a lot of different ones out there. I like Akai, of course. There's Yamaha and some others, Korg. But if you want to get a MIDI controller that helps you create instruments that you may not be able to buy right off the bat, like horns or strings and things like that, I would highly suggest getting a MIDI controller. You can also plug that into your analog or your digital interface and then play music through that. And sometimes they have them built in. If you want to record vocals, you're going to need a microphone. As you can see here, I'm using one. Sometimes I use a lavalier. I'll probably use a lavalier in the future with some of the other modules. And then, of course, you're going to need all the cables to plug your instruments in, as well as your Focusrite or your interface, and then you're on your way. Step 2A is a little caveat, is you won't need the interface as much or the microphone. But if you do need a microphone and you do need to record vocals, check out Certain Media DIY secret number 4, home vocal recording for beginners. So if you want to get a computer, just a few that you could get right away are the Surface. You could get a Mac Mini, or you could get a Chromebook. All these can work in multiple capacities for recording music. With the digital audio workstation, I would go with a free one like GarageBand or Fruity Loops Studio, the free version. I think there's a free version of Ableton, but start with free versions and then purchase later as you get better. For digital interfaces, I suggest the Scarlett Focusrite, but there's a lot of different ones out there. I believe Behringer makes one, and there's a few others. Step 3, plug everything in and turn it on. Step 4, record something. Try it out, figure it out, turn on your recording software, hit the mic, make sure it's hot, hit the record button, see what you get back, play it back for yourself a few times, and then once you get it sounding like what you want, go ahead and start recording for real. Now in the next section, we're going to get into vocal recording, which is a little bit more involved than just regular recording, and we'll talk about those details in that.